basketball on.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. We've got OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Hart in at the 4 spot. And for Boston, the core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Richard, what do you expect to see from this guard matchup?
These guys are lethal one-on-one, but I think the key is to keep their teammates involved, playing unselfish basketball.
Oh, they get a hand on it, and stolen by Bridges. They've got numbers. Here's the 3. They get it again. Towns finds Anunoby. Up top, Bridges. He's guarded by White. Just 5 on the clock. And Bridges, here we go. Misses the layup. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game.
One of the tallest guys in the league. Give Porzingis the ball there and just let him work.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I spoke to the Celtics head coach, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense. He'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And stolen by Bridges. Fast break, New York for the finish. Hammers it down. Goes coast to coast.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jalen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Pass to Towns. Hart from long range. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
White finds Tatum. Again, the miss by Boston. Knicks leading by 5. Bridges outside. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Getting some airtime. Okay, Bridges, we see you.
For Boston, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Oh, wasted no time on that one.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Now here's Anunoby. The kick out to Brunson. Buries it from 3. Brunson's got 5.
Don't let Brunson get hot. I mean, he'll answer all game long.
Tatum inside. Anunoby covering. A nice shot by Tatum.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Towns. Back to Brunson. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first. Inside, Towns passes to Anunoby. 4 on the clock. White with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. For 3. White can't hit. New York leading by 5. Down low. Here's Towns. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
Bridges passes to Towns. Offline with a three.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Brunson passes to Hart. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole. No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And so it's the New York Knicks leading. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Mikal Bridges is out there with DeLon Wright. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center position. Now here's Towns. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Here's Pritchard. Outside White. Porzingis passes to Brown. Now Craig. Pass to Pritchard. Three-pointer. The Knicks with the rebound. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Hart. 5 points in the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Brunson is checked in for New York.
Knicks substitution.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Bridges. High arcing shot, and he lays it in. Bridges has gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, nimble play by Bridges inside, navigating the contact and getting to his finish.
Here's Pritchard. The rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Here's Anunoby. Pass to Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Inside Brunson is pretty deadly, just dropping his shot in.
And here's White. No points so far. Here's Pritchard. Lets it go from deep. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Towns a screen on Craig. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Bridges outside. 6 to shoot. Towns for 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Anunoby. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Craig.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got one or two, your interior play better be strong.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now here's White to stop the run. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Hart, and he dunks it down.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And the shot's good.
Brunson with a 6th sense. I mean, always knows where his teammates are.
White, the pass to Brown. And the Celtics, another three.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Brunson looks it over. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
That's a costly error. Let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And here's New York now. They're on an 18-6 run. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside McBride. Achua with a screen. A nice shot by McBride. And the Knicks lead by 18.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the 2. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. McBride with it. Now Horford defending. It's stolen by Holiday. And they're running. Here's Hauser. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Hauser's got 6 points in the quarter.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Tucker with a screen. Over to the left wing. To the paint. It's stolen by Holiday. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Tatum finds Horford. Back to Tatum. And he was fouled while in the act of shoot. And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
Team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
People
will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes allowed to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And the shot goes down.
He's such a gritty player. Holiday fights for two there inside.
New York leading by 12. Here's McBride. 2 points. That one goes. McBride's got 7. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Driving in. Ooh, Tatum hammers it home. Off the dribble.
So agile on the drive. When Tatum puts it on the deck, man, he is a major problem.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Horford, a screen on Tucker. Here's Tatum. Hey, Tucker with the defensive effort.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Boston foul. Sam Hauser. First personal foul. First team foul.
And New York has possession. They led by as many as 18. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Craig is checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Drew Holiday. Outside Tucker. Shot clock at 6. And here's Wright from the arc. Boston with a rebound. Here's Pritchard. Outside Craig. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
A new lineup here for New York. Pass to Hauser. To the inside. Pritchard. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. Knicks leading by 14. Soft touch off the glass. Brunson's got 13.
And lightning quick there. I mean, Jalen Brunson out on the break. A thing to watch.
Here's Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Here's Pritchard. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. There's 47 seconds left in the third.
Looking ferocious on the drive. You know, I love seeing Towns going hard and finishing with power.
Here's Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Outside Anunoby. Takes a 3. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. He's got 10.
Yeah, just a solid passer. Towns relishes his role as leader of this team, wanting to set up his teammates.
Knicks leading by 23. From deep. Offensive rebound. Out to Bridges. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
The top 2 things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Outside Craig. Horford for 3. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Knicks opening up a huge... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court right now for the Knicks. They've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. New York has gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. Fires the 3, and there's Bridges. That's good. On the assist from Hart.
Oh, productive from back there. Bridges showing the range.
Craig passes to Pritchard. Puts it up from 12, and that one's good. Porzingis.
And how do you guard this? It's hard to stop the turnaround Jay when it's done like that.
Brunson against White. Brunson passes to Hart. And a miss there on the triple. So it's Boston now. Pass to Pritchard. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. With some arc. Can't get it to fall. For New York, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Anunoby can't get it to go. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 42% so far in the game. White can't hit.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
New York has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. And here's Brunson from the arc. Up again. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great effort to turn the miss into 2 points.
Yes, sir. Those are the hustle points. Brunson against White. The 3 from Craig. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Some changes for Boston. Tatum comes in for Craig. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Towns a screen on Holiday. This one for 3. Boston with a rebound. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Back to White. From outside the arc. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Brunson finds Towns. Off target from outside. The Celtics have gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. From deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own 3.
Anunoby for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 7 assists in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
What a burst out of that first step, straight to the hole. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And what a huge performance it was for Karl Anthony Towns.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
Bridges passes to Towns. Back to Bridges. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis. Bridges outside. From the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Here's Brunson outside. Offensive rebound. White with a steal. 4-3. That shot off the mark.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Now here's Towns. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out
Coming up. Great great to have you with us. And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. And for the Celtics, the talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Torrey Craig is out there with Porzingis, and it's Holiday in at the points. And for those who are tuning in for offensive fireworks, Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
Mobley wide open, and a miss there on the triple. On offense, here are the Celtics. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. Now he's worried it's going to be one of those nights when Donovan Mitchell just goes off. He told me it's like guarding a ticking time bomb. You never know when he's going to blow up, but we're anticipating it. So coach is expecting the best out of his team, preparing for the worst. Guys?
Thank you, David. And Doris, the Cavs had a very successful 23-24 season. 47 wins and the number 4 seed in the East.
And Kevin winning a playoff series, their first one without LeBron James since 1993. Most of the players on the floor weren't even alive back then. Incredible to think of it in that context.
Now here is Holiday. Out to Porzingis. There's the 3. Jared Allen grabs the miss. 3-on-3. Okoro wide open. He fires. Good on the triple.
This is something they could really use from Okoro, guys. Has to hit enough threes to help stretch that defense.
Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Three-pointer. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Hunter with it. And another 3 for Cleveland.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
It's stolen by Allen. And here we go. Mobley heading to the hoop. Mitchell outside. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. That puts them in the lead.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
Craig sets the screen for Tatum. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Mobley a screen on Holiday. The drive by Mitchell. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Tatum down low. Covered by Hunter. Holiday sets the pick for Craig. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. The shot by Holiday, no good. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. To the middle, Porzingis with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Here's Craig. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, Porzingis does a nice job looking for the window to make his teammate better. Pretty pass.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there. Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Pass to Allen. Hunter with it, guarded by Tatum. Mitchell outside. Stolen by Holiday. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Porzingis.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Mobley may be thin of frame, folks, but showing you he's willing and able to absorb the contact and make the play anyway.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throw of the game. Free throw, no good for Mobley. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Well, you see the effectiveness of Jason Tatum in close. Don't sleep on both his strength and his length.
Hunter, the pass to Mitchell. Nobody near Allen. Off target with his 3. Here's Porzingis. No good on the last second attempt there. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now, here's Okoro. Now, here's Hunter. Mobley, a screen on Tatum. They get it again.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point land.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Okoro, and the 3 ball is good. Okoro's got 6.
You love how hard Okoro works for his team and makes himself right there a good option in the catch-and-shoot game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Al Porzingis, after Darius Garland missing on that last 3-pointer. And that one is good. Porzingis has got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
And here's Garland for 3.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Tatum kicks to Craig. And stolen by Mobley. It's Allen on the wing. Releases. And Tatum pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Allen, a screen on Porzingis. Hunter, no one around him, drains the 3-pointer. He has 6.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
The Celtics making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here too. Mitchell, he's checked in for Garland. Now here's Brown. 6 points for him. Zadores, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it will take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening. Now, Donovan Mitchell on time and on target. Pretty pass.
Here's Tatum. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Hunter with some nice defense. Now here's Okoro. D right on him. Rebound Boston. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown the pass to Craig. Craig with a screen on Hunter. Tatum down low. Working on Hunter.
I love the Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
Allen dishes to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And it's a completely new group for Cleveland. Celtics leading by 9. Left side, Tatum. Off the drive, Tatum with force.
When you allow Jason Tatum to build momentum offensively, it can be a scary night.
There's Garland down low. Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
Inside, here's Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Torrey Craig. Derek White's checked in for Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday.
Well, Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
Tatum drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup. Tatum's got 12 now in this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Pritchard, guarded by Garland. Out to White. Outside Tatum. Fires for 3. And so it's Boston. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Wade out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Max Strus. Then there's Garland. And it's Jerome in at the shooting guard. There's Garland. Pass to Jerome. No good from outside.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Here's White. Hits the 3-point bomb. White's got the lead up to 12 now for the Celtics.
That's a crafty play. Understanding when to pull up off the bounce to get that jumper to go. Derek White is on time.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity, but Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. That one's in there. The Boston lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Wade.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Pritchard. Bucket is good. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
To the inside. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Hauser the pass to Cornette. And Darius Garland picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. And White kicks to Horford. Pass to Pritchard. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the bucket. And now an 11-point Celtic lead.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Doris, when the Cavaliers made the trade for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland then began to do a lot of his work off the ball.
He had to, Kevin, and he made no secret of the fact that this was an adjustment. When you are accustomed to being the primary initiator, moving off the ball takes time. But to his credit, he's adapted beautifully.
Thompson sets the pick for Strus. Back to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work. Listen, he's streaky, but if he gets hot, you've got to run people at him. Anything you can do to disrupt his rhythm.
Here's Hauser. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
There's Garland. Boston grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Three-pointer, Horford. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Garland. And he converts the layup. Garland's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
And looking back last season, how about 87% from the line? So that's obviously nothing to sneeze at.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Near the three-point line, it's Mitchell. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the paint. Excellent D there from Allen.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this way?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Torrey Craig is out there with Porzingis. And it's Holiday in the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics.
Jared Allen getting open off the screen and roll. Such a big target.
Craig kicks to Tatum. Out to Porzingis. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Brown. Over to the left wing. Craig. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Celtics lead by 12.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel. Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Hunter with a screen on Holiday. To the middle. And that one's good. Hunter.
There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Tatum setting the pick for Porzingis. Mobley with the block.
That's a big-time send back by Evan Mobley. That length is real, folks. Look out.
To the inside. It's deflected. Brown with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Brown inside. For three. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Celtics leading by 12. Brown finds Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Mitchell. Holiday with the three. Hunter grabs the miss.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Mitchell dishes to Mobley. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him.
There are very few guys who can match the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell. How quickly does he get off his feet?
Brown outside. Pass to Craig. Outside Holiday. Boston needs to get off a shot. Brown jams it in.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, one of the more, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal.
Shooting for Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. He reminded his team, we're up. All the pressure is on them. Let's just keep playing our game. Makes sense because they've got a nice lead late in this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Porzingis passes to Brown. Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. Brown with it. Guarded now by Okoro. And Tatum hammers it home.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Hunter dishes to Allen. Back to Hunter. Out to the wing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hunter.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
1:31 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Pass to Brown. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Here's Craig. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. .107 left here in the fourth quarter.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Boston.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jason Tatum.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Allen, a screen on Holiday. Mitchell wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
No one covering. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
From deep three-point land. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For great.
thank you for a look at Cleveland's opening lineup. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at small forward. And for the Knicks, we've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. Well, the center position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
Yeah, and for Towns, great awareness at the offensive end.
Wade, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And we talk about guys who can really guard 1 through 5. OG Anunoby is one of them, Brent.
Yeah, OG can make your night a living nightmare the way he can guard. He chases around shooters. He's physical enough to deal with wings who like to play in the mid-range, and he's relentless on the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's Mitchell. Here's Wade, 5 on the clock. From downtown, the rebound by Bridges. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Hunter. And finished off by Hunter.
Well, Hunter getting out in transition, finds some space, and then finishes around the rim.
Here's Brunson. Outside Hart. Here's Anunoby. They set the pick. Fades. Here's Bridges. Back to Hart. Here's Brunson. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Brunson, one of those players that's just not going to be denied, determined to convert inside, and he does.
Mitchell's shot is good.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Tom Thibodeau gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance in the paint from his defense, BA.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Mobley. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Yeah, showing off the floor awareness right there. I love whenever Mitchell looks to share the wealth.
Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Kicks it out, Towns. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Nice positioning and footwork on point. And Towns so smooth down there inside.
Mitchell drives in from deep. Mobley. And Cleveland another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Kicks it out, Towns. And he goes right over Donovan Mitchell and slams it down.
And that's a powerful man right there. Towns is never going to pass up a chance to finish with authority.
The 3 from Okoro. And it's New York with a rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now here's Brunson. Towns, a screen on Hunter. Open shot from Brunson. Mitchell grabs a miss.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Hart pulls it in.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Here's Towns. Oh, misses the dunk.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Here's Mitchell, and Mitchell with the slam.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that. I mean, Mitchell finds airspace and fills it.
Here's Brunson outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Brunson's got 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
From deep, Mitchell. Another miss. He's 2 for 4. The Knicks have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Anunoby against Hunter. Kicks it out to Anunoby. There's a screen. It's Hart on the wing. Mobley with the block. Bridges against Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Wade. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Towns, a screen on Mitchell. Kicks it out, Towns. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. Tie game and some big points being put up. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from prediction.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell. He's got springs in those legs.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And the basket by Bridges.
Bridges has a lot of jobs for his team, but if he consistently knocks down three, he can add it to the list.
And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
Hart finds Bridges. Drives to the hoop. And it's Bridges with the jam.
And you see the confidence Bridges exudes. Just gets right at the rim.
Pass to Wade. Fires for three. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Bridges passes to Hart. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
Pass to Hunter. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Towns on a screen. Here's Brunson outside. Okoro, the defensive effort. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. Jalen Brunson picks one up. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Anunoby against Mitchell. Pass to Wade. Back to Mitchell. Here's Wade. Mobley, left side. Misses the 3. For New York, they've gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. Tucker's checked in for Hart. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. And Wright subbed in for Brunson. Wright against Garland. Bridges, right side. Back to Towns. He drops it from range. Towns has got 9.
Oh, the big man is smooth from range. Have to put a man on Towns, that's for sure.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Knicks lead, 29.
Here's Garland. Pass to Allen. Outside Strus. 1:14 left in the first half of basketball. Allen, the pass to Garland. Wing shot on the way. And it's Cleveland with another.
Pretty interesting adjustment from Garland on that attempt.
Towns on a screen. Right attacking. And he goes in for the dunk.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Tyson. Checked by Tucker. Lets the three fly. And it's New York with a rebound. Right with the ball. It's Bridges on the wing, guarded by Garland. Tucker with a screen. Bridges. Count it. All 3 of his attempts have gone in.
Just so efficient right now on offense. Bridges picking up his spots and recognizing when to strike.
Garland looking around. Allen with a screen on right. Garland for 3. It doesn't go for him. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. New York out in front, up by 4. Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court right now for Cleveland, we've got Jared Allen. Ty Jerome is out there with Darius Garland. Then it's Max Strus, and it's Tyson in at the 4 slot. 2 on the clock. Here's Garland, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
New York ball.
Knicks leading by 4. Outside McBride. Achua with a screen on Garland. Right side Achua. Pass to Tucker. Back to Achua. Outside Tucker. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. And it's right missing. Cavaliers trail by 4. Outside Garland. Allen with it. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Allen's got his first 2 points.
Always a threat in the painted area. Jared Allen just too long inside.
Right, drives it. Yes, it's good. And the Knicks lead by 4.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night. Tucker
with a screen on Garland. Back to Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Allen with a screen on Tucker. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And that size and versatility make Jared Allen so hard to defend.
Strus against Payne. And he lays it up and in.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
And it's Garland with the ball for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 4. Allen with a screen on right. Garland, the pass to Allen. Back to Garland. Allen outside. Allen a screen. From deep, Strus. And they get it back.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Count it.
They're playing working to perfection there if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Pass to Allen. Here's Garland. Allen with a screen on right. Yep, that one goes. Garland's got his second basket of the game.
Pretty silky smooth floater from Garland that time.
Here's Wright. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Strus up top. Checked by Tucker. Tyson with the bucket. Tyson's got 4 points this quarter.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
McBride passes to Wright. Achua with a screen on Garland. Outside Achua. That one rolls around and rims out. Cleveland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Here's the steal. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And one thing I've learned through the years is no matter the situation, there are always adjustments you can make.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Brunson. Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Mobley on a screen. Pass to Wade. And here's Mobley. And there are the Cavaliers with another bucket.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Brunson against Mitchell. Towns a screen on Mitchell. Brunson takes it himself. Hart from long range. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the game's still closely contested as we end the 3rd quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Thanks for that, Allie. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl-Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the 2-guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Here's Brunson. Clock is at 3. No good on the quick 3. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Outside Hart. Kicks it out Towns. Stolen by Mobley. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Knicks on D. 3-point lead. Mitchell with the ball. Hart covering. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland.
Cleveland ball.
Mobley, a screen on Bridges. Hunter passes to Okoro. Shoots a fadeaway. Knocks down the long J.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Mitchell against Brunson. Pass to Hart. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turn himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
Towns can't get it to go.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Pass to Wade to take the lead. Back to Mitchell. Puts up a 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brunson looks it over. Out left to the wing. Towns down low. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
46.
And here's Hunter from the arc. They get it back. That's tipped. And here's Brunson. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And the Knicks with the possession here. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And they pick up 2.
And Brunson capable here of having these binges, scoring the basketball.
46.
Mitchell against Anunoby. Inside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense, given the situation.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. To the inside. Anunoby. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Hunter can't get it to go.
Well, he's a guy to count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Back to Towns. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 7-point Knick lead.
And what a luxury to have a big man who can score like Towns. He's been unstoppable here.
Brunson with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. outside Brunson. Fires from deep. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Knocks down the triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now Brunson. Towns a screen on Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Towns passes to Brunson. And stolen by Mobley.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise.
It's Spider time. Donovan Mitchell, ice in his veins.
Mitchell against Brunson. To Hart. Back to Brunson. Over Mitchell. It's rebounded by Wade. Cleveland calls timeout. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
Coming onto the floor for your New York Knicks.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside Hunter. Driving inside. Count it! 5 ticks left to play in the fourth quarter. And so the big win by New York in a tight game. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for... Tuning into two. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The talented wing pair of Brown and Tatum. Torrey Craig is out there with Porzingis, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for New York, Josh Hart out there with Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges in at the 2 spot. We've got a couple of top contenders from the Eastern Conference, Greg, and this one feels like there's a little extra buzz in the air. Do you feel it?
Oh, Kevin, it's almost that postseason feel, right? High expectations for both of these teams. A great opportunity to lock in and kind of get a barometer for where you are against a playoff-level opponent.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. And here is Craig. And here's Tatum for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Bridges attacking. The kick out to Towns. Pass to Anunoby. 5 to shoot. New York moving it around. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. They'll take these shots every time.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Here's Brunson following the bucket by the Celtics. Inside, and Anunoby slams it in.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Towns against Porzingis. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Pass to Craig. Out to Porzingis. Puts up a 3. Bridges with the board. The Knicks have got their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Brunson against Brown. On the wing, Anunoby. On deep, Brunson. Towns, a screen on Brown. Brunson goes in. That gives them the lead.
And defensively, if you are not on point, Brunson more than capable of finishing inside.
Holiday sets the pick for Craig. And Holiday throws it down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Knicks making a change here. Lights checked in. Now here's Craig. And finished off by Craig.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Brown with it. Now right defending. Brown against Wright. Back to Brown. And stolen by Wright. Holiday against Hart. Wright. That's a 2-pointer. Towns kicks to Wright. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And, you know, more often than not, when you're open, Towns will find you, like a willing facilitator.
Holiday, the pass to Craig. Brown outside. A three from Porzingis. It's rebounded by New York.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Anunoby against Craig. Fires from deep. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Brown deciding where to go with it. Porzingis with a screen on Bridges. Tatum, that's for two. And another miss by Boston.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
And Wright, here we go. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wright's got 5.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
He gets that one.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside. Able to practically play on top of the D.
Bridges with it. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. And it's Towns missing. It's tipped. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Knicks lead by 2. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for New York?
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high-percentage looks.
We've got Bridges. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Hart. Then it's DeLon Wright. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. Towns finds Anunoby. Over Tatum. Anunoby, no good. Boston trailing. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Kept alive, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Hart. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? Sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. Anunoby kicks to Hart. Anunoby against Porzingis. Here's Towns. Good, nice job down low.
And you see Big Cat that has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
And stolen by Wright. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Drills it from outside. Porzingis has got 5 now.
A knockdown shooter, really from anywhere on the floor. Porzingis knows he has the green light to fire from there.
Towns a screen on Brown. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. As a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
Towns kicks to Hart. Right outside. Clock at 6. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Anunoby passes to Bridges. New York moving it around. Towns with it. Outguarded by Porzingis. Hart. Craig pulls it in.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Round the pass to Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Hands it from downtown. White's got 5.
And great to see Porzingis share the ball. A great decision from the Latvian.
The Knicks leading by 5. Bridges outside. Outside, Towns. 46 seconds left in the first half. Up and in on the layup. He has 6.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And it's Wright missing. Celtics trail by 5. And stolen by Wright. And a fast break now for New York. A finish. And Wright throws it down hard.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Back to Towns. Wright finds Towns. The 19-footer is on the money. Towns has got the lead up to 9 now for New York.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And so it's the New York Knicks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. The Knicks leading by 9. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Horford, and it's Cornette in at the center. Brunson against Holiday. The 3. No good there. The Knicks shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Pass to McBride. Here's Tucker. Brunson kicks to Achua. 3 on the clock. There's Shamet. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. They trail by 9 points. Down low. Hits the jumper.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Achua. Nailed from three-point land. Achua's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Holiday. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, nifty make there from Holiday. There's such a nice pace to his game. The floater fits him well.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So no doubt expectations will be high.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Kevin, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better.
Well, he saw the height advantage he had and went right up with it. That's exactly what you want him to do there.
Brunson, good.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
They set the pick. Here's Pritchard. And they pick up 2.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Launches a 3, and McBride gets it to go. McBride's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. New York leading by 12. And here's Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Horford gets the bucket.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
1:07 left to play here in the third. There's a screen by Achua. McBride's shot is off. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Hauser. Misses the 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
One-on-one fast break. Horford no up. The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Out left to the wing. Here's McBride. New York, no good that time either.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And a dunk by Horford.
And no chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
Tucker. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Now McBride. He's got 5. Here's Pritchard with the fadeaway. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the New York Knicks going into the break with a 10-point lead. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Precious Achua, Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's P.J. Tucker, and it's Shamet in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. So New York ends up going with the new group. Tatum's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 8. Outside, Towns. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. And Towns throws it down.
And look at the explosion from the big fella. Towns' game oozes athleticism.
Back to Tatum. This one for 3. A 3 from Tatum.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Bridges against Brown. Bridges shot good. And the Knicks lead by 9.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Wide, a screen on Anunoby. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And Wright throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
White dishes to Brown. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Brown against Bridges. Pass to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Bridges. Back to Towns. Out to Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 5 assists in the game.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Here's Craig. That one falls.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
New York leading by 8. Bridges double team. It's Hart on the wing. Back to Bridges. Outside, Towns. Beyond the arc. And the Knicks hit again from deep. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays, about how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Towns, the pass to Anunoby. Shot from the top of the key. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Tatum. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. It's White on the wing. Guarded by Wright. Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
Well, I'll tell you, Brown gets off the floor so easily.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Knicks. Takes the 3. The kick out to Anunoby. Towns sets the pick for Anunoby. Oh, good with the triple. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Pass to Wright. Lets it go from deep. It's right on the wing. Now here's Towns from deep. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Porzingis finds Tatum. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here's Towns. So it's the Knicks with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the...
everyone. We have some. Looking at the starting five for Boston. The star wing pair. It's Brown and Tatum outside. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Holiday in at the point. And for the Cavaliers, Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Evan Mobley. Then it's DeAndre Hunter. And it's Wade in at the four-man position. Mitchell, the pass to Wade. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
So it's Boston now, after the basket by Cleveland and the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We talked about some of the challenges that they'll face tonight, not the least of which is defending Jason Tatum. He said the guy plays with so much confidence. He's a great scorer from all three levels. He can go for 40, 50, 60 in a night. We just have to try and make someone else beat us.
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
See, this is what makes him complete. Tatum doesn't settle, puts the ball on the floor, uses his length to finish.
Mitchell, the pass to Wade. Now here's Hunter. Back to Wade. The three ball. Pure from three-point range.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court. Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish, just light work.
And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Clock at 6. Hunter against Craig. It's stolen by Tatum.
Good instincts to read the path and get in a position to pick it off.
That's good from Craig on the assist from Tatum.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Pass to Mobley. Back to Mitchell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Mitchell's gotten his second bucket of the game. Craig up top. Now here's Brown. Guarded by Okoro. Brown passes to Tatum. There's the triple. They get it back. Porzingis. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Here's Mitchell. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's on Drew Holiday. And Richard, thinking about Donovan Mitchell, he just has a total impact on the game.
It's crazy to think that he's in the prime of his career, but every single year he continues to get better. I still think there are more levels for him to go. This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
You know, one thing you got to love about Drew Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. The three. Hunter with the rebound. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. They trail by one. Back to Mobley. And the foul called on Evan Mobley. That's foul number 2 for him.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
For Boston, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Mobley. Tatum passes to Brown. Back to Tatum. The three. The shot off that time. Cleveland has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Mitchell. And Porzingis with the block. Brown passes to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
And here's Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
What an elite athlete Mobley is, getting off the ground effortlessly for the throwdown.
Craig passes to Tatum. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, that's it right now. He's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it. Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. First free throw is good.
Jaylen Brown taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brown. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Holiday. Got it up. Doesn't go for him. The first quarter all wrapped up. And it's been an exciting game so far. Cleveland on top. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
We've got Donovan Mitchell. Dean Wade is out there with DeAndre Hunter. Then there's Mobley, and it's Okoro in at the 2. That's the group for Cleveland, getting going in the second. Pass to Wade. Outside for Mitchell. And stolen by Holiday. And here they come. Tatum with it. And it's Hunter picking him up. Tatum can't hit. The Cavaliers leading. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal. Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Tatum from long range. Offensive board. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Tatum. Takes the 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
What's special about him is he is a natural leader and an active scorer. When Tatum is firing off the catch, you know he's feeling it.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Craig finds Holiday. Back to Craig. Picked it. Brown with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. 3-pointer. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
Nobody's going to catch Brown in the open court like that. Nobody.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. 18 feet out. Mobley, no good. Boston trailing. Brown looking around. Outside Porzingis. Holiday up top. Here's Tatum. Puts the move on. It's rebounded by Wade. Cleveland has gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. From deep, Mobley. The Cavaliers again cannot hit. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
This is just great textbook basketball. Mitchell supports the play and ends up being the guy finishing it.
Here's Holiday. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
And it's a completely new group for the Cavaliers.
Looking for a high percentage shot, Garland wants the best look he can get.
Tipped away. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And Tatum fires one home.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Holiday against Garland. Pass to Tyson. Back to Garland. Here's Tyson. On the wing, Strus. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Here's Jerome. No good on the 3.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
And it's in there.
A very athletic play by Brown, getting the ball inside and working his way to a high percentage shot.
Garland, the pass to Allen. Back to Garland. Back to Allen. Pass to Jerome. Launches a 3. They get it back. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
And that's an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. And the second free throw is good. Here's Garland. 1 second left. And he takes it up and lays it in. Garland's gotten 4 this quarter. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Just a big-time effort for Donovan Mitchell, providing a lot of energy for Cleveland, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. Back after this.
Get ready for the fan half-court stop. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. What a game we're seeing from Donovan Mitchell.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. Al Horford out there with Luke Cornett. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
Cornett sets a screen. Here's Pritchard. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Pritchard's got his first points of the game.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Outside Garland, shakes him, takes it inside, and the layup is up and in.
Using that quick first step on his way to the rim, Garland is just too tough off the bounce.
Pass to Horford. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless wonder. And hey, he did just enough to get the lead. That's what's most important.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
From deep, Strus. Boston with a rebound.
Cleveland foul. Ty Jerome. His second team foul.
90 seconds into the second half now. Stolen by Strus. And they're pushing it up by himself. And the finish on the break with the slam.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Knocked loose. And out of bounds. The Cavs will take it. For Cleveland, they've gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Right side, Garland. And there's Strus. That one's good. On the assist by Garland. And now a 3-point Cleveland lead. White with a screen on Garland. Pritchard, the pass to White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Jerome. Back to Garland. Here's Jerome. Garland looking around. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. The shot by Tyson, no good.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Pritchard gets it to go.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
They set the screen. He shoots it. They grab their own miss. Outside Strus. Basket counts. Strus has got 6 points in the quarter.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And Pritchard, here we go. The kick out to White. Pass to Hauser. And that one is hammered home.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Left side, White. Down low. Pass to Cornette. Out of bounds. It'll be Cleveland ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
And the Cavaliers going with a whole new group out there. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell showing some muscle.
The little floater is so hard to stop. Mitchell gets you back on your heels, then he pulls the string.
Here's Cornette. Oh, it's stolen. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Three-pointer off the mark. Boston's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal.
Shooting for Boston, Derek White taking 2 shots.
Challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And he makes the first. height hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Mitchell with the ball. 16 points for him. Got a piece of it. Up in time. He knocks it down. Wait a minute. The officials getting together here. They may want to review this one. And not so fast. The
previous play is under review.
Gotta get and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And the video is going to...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Time, though.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA...
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. DeAndre Hunter is out there with Dean Wade. Then it's Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Isaac Okoro. And it's Mobley in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs.
And the balance Brown has on these takes, refusing to let the D get the upper hand.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Holiday passes to Porzingis, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Mitchell.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Hunter, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Hunter. The shot, no good. Tatum with some nice D. 3-pointer, Holiday. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to his perfect skill set. But when he's dropping dimes like that, like Jason Tatum is a problem.
And here's Mitchell. Here's Hunter. Hounded by Tatum. Out to Mobley. 6 to shoot. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
When you're talking about Mobley, where do you start? In terms of length, skill set, he's got a great offensive skill set, and he's got a great defensive skill set. This man has the old school grit and grind mentality.
Dean Wade, his first, second team foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. On the wing, Holiday. Check by Mitchell. Craig with a screen. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Hunter to the inside. Mitchell against Holiday. Donovan, look out! Spider Mitchell putting on a show!
Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You could tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Hunter against Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. JB off. Whoa! Jaylen Brown! A big-time finish.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
Mitchell misses.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
They kick it out to Porzingis. Oh, look out! Porzingis!
Oh, my! Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
And stolen by Holiday. They've got numbers. Brown with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. to Porzingis. And stolen by Mobley. Okoro outside. Outside Hunter. Back to Okoro. And a two-handed jam!
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And that one falls for Tatum.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul of the game. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wade. Counted from distance.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Craig. Brown against Mobley. Outside Holiday. Here's Tatum. 6 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. The 3 is up. Mobley grabs the board. This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
Back to Mitchell. Oh, Donovan Mitchell, just electric.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
On the wing, Tatum. Checked by Mitchell. Outside Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Outside Craig. 16 feet out. And he sinks it.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here. And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. And this, all right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
It's OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the 1. And for the Cavaliers, at the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Mitchell looking it over. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him. Now, we both had the same topic, Mikal Bridges, and the impact he can have on a game. Coach told me he's someone we've talked about for sure. We can't let him out-hustle us. That's when he does the most damage. Let's see if they can match Bridges' energy. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
Mitchell wide open. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Knicks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Anunoby. From outside, off the mark. Cleveland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And here's Garland for 3. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's where you're so afraid of Darius Garland's ability to get all the way downhill, that when he stops and pops, that's easy money.
Bridges misses.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Basket counts.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Mitchell against Bridges. And it's Mitchell missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, that's just tremendous length, exceptional hands, Jared Allen, nice and easy.
Brunson against Mitchell. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Anunoby. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Mitchell passes to Allen. Outside Garland. It's good from long range. Garland's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Cavs. Towns sets the pick for Brunson. And again, New York with the triple.
Though there's a calmness to Jalen Brunson, there's also a competitive fire. And boy, from range, look out.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
The shot by Mitchell, no good.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Again, Mitchell missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Cavaliers trailing. Fires the 3. Again, Mitchell missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Pass to Mobley. Garland kicks to Mitchell. Mobley looking it over. And here's Garland for 3. Connects from three-point range. Garland's got 9. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Darius Garland has been leading the charge for Cleveland. And it was from three-point range. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Off target from outside. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 1. On the wing, Bridges. And stolen by Mobley. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
That's what you call great instincts and being opportunistic on the defensive end. Nice steal by Mobley.
From outside the arc, Jared Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Garland for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Garland's got the lead up to 6 now for Cleveland.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation.
On the wing, Anunoby. Covered by Hunter. Anunoby, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Pulls up. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
A three-pointer is right on target. Anunoby's got 12 points in the game.
What you appreciate is OG Anunoby's detailed and patient offensive approach, simply taking what the defense gives him. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Pass to Bridges. And Brunson has it in the corner. Towns a screen on Garland. And here's Brunson outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brunson's got it all tied up now for the Knicks. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Mitchell dishes to Mobley. From past the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Hart finds Towns. The tray. And again, New York with the triple.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing. Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
From deep, Brunson. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Mobley misses. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Anunoby. Off target from three-point range. Cleveland's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. New York's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Hunter with it. Bridges covering. For 3, Mitchell. And he's good on the 3 ball. Mitchell's got 10 points.
You got to chase Mitchell out of the corner, or he will drain those all night.
On deep, Brunson. The deep three by Brunson.
And how about the payback there, guys? You do you, I do me.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire. A little bit of pride at stake.
Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Boy, if he's got momentum, you better step back. Donovan Mitchell on his way to the cup.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And here's Brunson outside. That's no good. He's shooting 5 of 10 for the night. Cavaliers leading. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anunoby.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Here's Jerome. Hunter with it. Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 5. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Cavaliers ahead. They're up. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Please bring your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game here, guys, from Darius Garland.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Landry Shamet is out there with P.J. Tucker. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's McBride into the shooting guard. Got that one up quick. Jerome's got the first points to start out the third quarter for Cleveland. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Knicks trail by 4. Pass to Tucker. McBride with the ball. And Tucker slams it in.
That's what you call an intimidating finish. Tucker's explosive leaping ability on full display, guys.
To the wing right side. Here's Okoro. Here's the 3. He can't get that one. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Jacks up a 3. Thompson with the rebound. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. The lead is 2. Shoots a fader. Traps in the tray. Hunter's got 8 points.
A very consistent three-point shooter. Hunter shoots it well from there because of how confident he is.
Here's McBride, and again it's New York. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And stolen by Wright. For the tie. Tipped away. Cleveland leading by 3. Doris, you can just see in Isaac Okoro the confidence he's gained since his rookie year.
Kevin, he's always had tremendous confidence on the defensive end. I mean, he's a lockdown defender at multiple positions. What you're seeing develop is more belief in his jump shot. And that confidence comes because he's been willing to put in the work.
Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. Knicks trail by 3.
Javonte Green.
Here's McBride. No good. That would have tied it.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. McBride's got 8 points in the quarter.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
And that's such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Green deciding where to go with it. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Thompson's athleticism allows him to finish with power.
There's a screen by Achua. McBride's shot is off. The Cavaliers leading by 3, and DeLon Wright gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Wade, a screen on Wright. Jerome buries it from three-point range. Jerome's got 6.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Now here's Wade, guarded by Tucker. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Back to Wright. Plays it up and banks it in.
You have to account for DeLon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Okoro setting the pick for Wade. Pass to Okoro. A shot by Thompson. No one's around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now here's Tucker. Wade is covering. Some nice passing by New York here. There's a screen by Achua. And that one's good. Right.
Well, DeLon Wright with a jump shot looking fluid right now.
Here's Jerome. Pass to Wade. And it's good.
2-minute timeout to review the play.
The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 6. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Thompson, Wade out there with the Okoro. And it's Green, and it's Jerome in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Second chance effort. Thompson misses.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Bridges against Green. Bridges passes to Hart. Back to Bridges. Clock at 4. Brunson finds Hart from downtown. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wade with it. Bridges covering. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 6-point game. Here's Anunoby. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Anunoby's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for New York. Garland kicks to Mitchell. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Banked in off the glass.
Don't be mistaken about that 6'1" frame. That 6'10" wingspan, 215 pounds. Look out inside.
Brunson against Garland. Brunson the pass to Towns. With the shot. And it's Brunson missing. Cleveland leading by 5. Allen, a screen on Bridges. And here's Mitchell from the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Shoots the 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And and the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Towns kicks to Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
It's Garland, and he lays it straight in. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
I like the toughness required on that finish by Darius Garland. Boy, oh boy, that was nice. The willingness to mix it up on the interior, so important.
Anunoby has the open look. Bangs home the trifecta. Anunoby's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Knicks.
2 minutes remaining.
Stolen by Brunson. .151 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The shot. Offensive rebound. Pass to Anunoby. Towns a screen on Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Brunson against Garland. No good on the three. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now Mobley. Here's Hunter. He's guarded by Anunoby. Mobley is screened. And Mobley throws it down.
How about the young big man Evan Mobley coming through in the clutch? We see you, young sir.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Anunoby's got 9 points now in just the second half. Cleveland has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Allen. 52 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A three from Garland. Hits it from three-point range.
Absolutely fearless is Darius Garland. Clutch shot, no problem.
A three. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
Just got a little ahead of himself going for that rebound and gets whistled for the over the back.
And to me, that's just a case of being too aggressive. You're out of position. Don't compound the problem by committing that foul.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their